Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back with another Kaspa video. Is it still early? I think so. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Just one guy on the internet that likes making Kaspa videos right now. And so you can see right now that the hash rate is getting close to 90 petahashes. And you look at the all-time chart, you can see that it's really starting to just go up and up. Those ASICs must be coming online. And you can see that it was kind of hanging around the 50s for a while and then 60s, shot up to this like 70, 80, really got up to 80 pretty quick. And now it's pushing 90 petahashes. You can see what Kaspa.Fyi is saying. It's showing 86. Usually a little bit of difference there, but the price has slipped back down. It was about almost 14 cents yesterday. But why do I think it's still early is that you can see that the addresses keep climbing. It's almost 269,000 addresses. I don't know how many people that is. Is that 100,000 people? I don't know how many people have a couple addresses. It's tough to really predict that, but this will be 2.68 million eventually. I think that it'll be 2.68 million, and the hash rate is important. And so I know I talked a little bit about the Bitcoin hash rate, just talking about the other day in the video, just about Carlson, because they want to keep it ASIC resistant on the Carlson Kaspa hard fork. But I think having more powerful specialized computers can help the hash rate get higher, and that's what makes Bitcoin stronger. Right now, 1.8 million. Doge is third, but Kaspa is the second most profitable, proof of work blockchain right now, and it's got a pretty low hash rate compared to some of these other guys up here. But when you look at, so here's the Bitcoin hash rate. Let's see. No, this is. We don't want the price here. I don't know how to get the price off it. Anyways, you can see that the hash rate shows the hash rate and price, but the hash rate for Bitcoin was, it's just going up and up and up, making that network stronger. And then right now you have Kaspa. Where are we at here? The hash rate keeps getting stronger. I mean, it hung around 1 petahash for a long time, and basically a lot of this year. And then it started to rise up, and it's the second most profitable proof of work. So there's incentive for miners. More powerful miners are coming online, and the hash rate is going up, which is making the network more secure. And so when you look at the Bitcoin SV, its power hash rate really maxed out back in 2017, 2018. And you can see that the hash rate has never really recovered. And so there you can see, what is it? It's 500 petahashes, I think. So the Bitcoin SV is only about 5 times more of the hash rate than Kaspa. And I don't know where it's on this chart. I don't see it. Maybe for whatever reason it's not included. You can see Kadena. Its hash rate is 455 petahashes, and it's been out a lot longer. And it says 75% remaining supply. Kaspa's only got 24% remaining supply. Bitcoin 7%. But when you look at the fact that when you look at a chart like Kaspa, I feel like you're kind of late and no one knows the future. But this is all of what it was able to accomplish in a bear market. And as it feels like we're turning into a bull market, a lot more of those big dogs are starting to meet with SEC about the Bitcoin spot ETF. That feels like that should happen next year sometime, in the first half of the year maybe. And, Kaspa has held its price, really rocketed up from 5 cents up to 15 cents in a pretty short amount of time. And it's kind of finding a home in that 12.5, 13.5 cent range. And you just never know when the next catalyst is going to happen. But when you combine the profitability for the miners, the hash rate going up, and the fact that there's still only 268,000 addresses, which I think it'll be 2.6 million here next year, or probably not next year, but this bull run, I could see it getting up to almost 3 million addresses. Prices kind of held stable here, and the whales, early miners, early buyers don't seem to be just completely dumping. And 100,000 Kaspa earlier this year didn't take very much money. When it was half a penny, it didn't take a whole lot to get the 100,000. Now someone's got to invest over $13,000, or 130,000 if they wanted to have a million Kaspa. So you combine all that, and then the fact that there's no tier one exchange listings. So basically, it's profitable for the miners, and the hash rate's going up. There's still not that many addresses holding Kaspa, and there's no tier one exchanges. You combine all those factors together, and that makes me think that it's still early, despite having a chart that looks like it's just went bananas, which it has, and most of that time was in the bear market. You can debate whether we're in the bull market. I mean, Bitcoin's up 130% the last year. So some people think that when it hit 17,000, 17,000, that was basically the bottom of the bear market, and everything since then is a bull market. Some people think we're on the cusp of starting the bull market. That's kind of an interpretation. So you look at how, to me, the rising hash rate means that the network is getting stronger, the addresses are growing, and you can look at Bitcoin, its hash rate's going up. It's the most profitable proof of work, and it's getting stronger. And you can see how Bitcoin.Fyi, his hash rate is basically never recovered, and that makes it weaker. I think it has had a couple 51% attacks. And the fact that there's no tier one exchange listing for Kaspa, as the hash rate keeps growing, the community keeps growing. You can see people like Carlson trying to fork it, trying to do their own thing. And typically the forks don't usually work out as good as the big dog that started it off. It's a compliment. And yeah, just hanging around 13.6 cents. Price prediction for the end of 2024. Thanks, Huddledom. I think that $1, and that's just obviously my opinion. I have no clue what the price can be. It feels like at the end of 2024, $1 is pretty realistic. You're looking at, that's not even a 10x from here. And if there's a Bitcoin spot ETF plus the halving, and Kaspa has done its own thing in the bear market, but it's always good when you have Bitcoin leading the charge. And some people will take some of the Bitcoin profits, cycle it down, or who knows. But let me know what you think it could be at the end of 2024. I do think $1 is fairly realistic. Who knows? Maybe it's 50 cents. Maybe it goes a little over $1, but $1 seems like a threshold. As the mining power increases, hash rate increases, you're going to have more people coming into crypto as Bitcoin comes in. And so you're going to have some people, Bitcoin might be their first thing. Bitcoin gets a spot ETF. A lot of excitement. You get more mainstream media that's trying to talk about Bitcoin. And then some people get involved in crypto, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. And then they start looking around for some other projects they think might outperform Bitcoin, and Kaspa will be sitting right there for people to take a gander at. So I do think $1 is pretty realistic. Let me know in the comments or the chat here what you think it could be at the end of 2024. And I do think kind of a $5 at the end of 2025 could be realistic. Puts it around $120 billion market cap, which I think several projects will reach that. And there could be several projects that reach the $200 billion market cap. And that's even with Bitcoin maybe getting to a few trillion, maybe 2.5 trillion, Ethereum maybe getting close to $1 trillion. And then a few others might get into the $200 billion range. And Kaspa could possibly reach that. Future's unknown. That's my opinion, but I do think it could potentially get to 1 next year at the end of next year, maybe 5 at the end of 2025. If something crazy happens and adoption outpaces what it thinks, maybe something more. But that seems like the 2 to 5 range in 2025 is possible. $1 next year. Hash rate keeps going up, so it's exciting. And it's one of those things that just doesn't always lead to a price spike right off the bat. Where's the Bitcoin? So really, the hash rate, right here in July of 2021 dipped after China banned it for Bitcoin, and then it recovered, got back, then basically kind of after the top of the bull market, the hash rate was back up. And then since the whole time during the bear market, there's been a couple pullbacks on the hash rate, but basically the hash rate so is that almost 200 million terahashes. And so basically in January of 2022, the Bitcoin hash rate was basically just under 200 million terahashes. And then now it's, I guess, if that's right, if that's 500 million terahashes. So you can see that the hash rate during the time when the price was falling, the hash rate was mostly going up. And then you can see there, the hash rate did pull out when Bitcoin did bottom out. And then it just went off to the races and just constantly pushing new all-time high hash rate. Now the price has went up 130% the last year, but it does feel like there's not always an exact correlation with it right away with the hash rate going up. But to me, that's one of the most important metrics right now to look at, because it shows that the strength of the network is increasing. And maybe the price is kind of stuck in a range right now, but that'll change. You just got to be patient. And, if you're looking to acquire more at a certain price, it could be a blessing in disguise. Hodl Dom says, I agree, minimum $1, then take off. Stop, bro. Stephen Lang, how's it going? Crypto Savage, how's it going, guys? Where do I look at this info? I'm fairly new and want to learn. This is interesting. So right here, I just Googled Bitcoin hash rate, and there might be some other places, but if you want to check out the Bitcoin hash rate, I just Googled that, and it's I could put some of these links after the video. This is the Blockchain Explorer charts hash rate. Right here, this is for the Kaspa hash rate. It's 2miners.com/cash dash network dash hash rate. I can leave in the description of this video, or in the I'll pin a comment with a lot of these links. So I pretty much go to this 2miners website every day, and you can also see that on Kas.Fyi, which is a good resource. Just KAS.FYI. It shows the hash rate there. It's not always the exact same as what it's showing on 2miners. So obviously, they might be pulling their information at different times. Yeah, no problem. Crypto Savage 77. And then obviously you're probably going to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. No point there. But yeah, I can put Kas.Fyi. Gives you a chance to see some of the stats, the hash rate, the addresses. You can also support, and I've no affiliation with these guys, but I like it. If you like these kind of resources, see right here, if you go to the Kas.Fyi, you can hit support us, and you can just send them over a little bit of Kaspa, and that'll help with their costs of operating this website. So if you like using these tools, that helps it keep going. And then right here, I just when I wanted to check out the Bitcoin SV, because I saw Bitcoin University talking about that today, and that's bitinfocharts.com comparison, because you can check extra other chains. It doesn't have Kas on here yet, but BTC, ETH, XRP, Doge, Litecoin, Monero, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, Dash. So that is a good resource. And then right here is F2 Pool, which is a Bitcoin mining pool. Also shows this is the chart right here, which kind of shows the profitability compared of Kaspa compared to other ones. So I'll put a link on all this in the description and pinned comments after the video, and then maybe I could put them in some of the other videos too, so that you can have a chance to just see what's going on. It's good to kind of check out some of this information, and I personally think that the hash rate is more important to pay attention to than the price right now, because if the hash rate starts falling, eventually the price might follow. Hash rate goes up, it seems like the price lags behind. So it's a good indicator that miners are, you need miners. When you have a proof of work, they're an integral part. And so the fact that they're making money and they're starting to put more ASICs online, I think is a net positive. And the price will follow, and you just got to be patient and do whatever you're trying to do for your game plan, whether you already got your bags packed, trying to look at acquiring more at a certain price point. And those are all things we kind of got to figure out for yourself. Enjoy the ride. I think it's going to be a fun couple of years in crypto and Kaspa. And it just takes time for all this to build out. So I think that's all I got for today. I appreciate watching. I'll link these descriptions right after this live stream ends in the pinned comment and the description. So thanks for watching and have a good day.